With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Meanwhile, Jackson, and he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a second down and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And right away, he lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people were worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He gets this one to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes buying time to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Get him going, baby. That's right. Let's go do this thing, baby. It's one play. Let's go. Let's go.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. From the 6. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill, and the Saints have moved out in front. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
That's right, baby. Play it to the Whiskers, man. Let's go, fellas. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Let's go. Let's go right here. Keep grinding. I'm coming. Oh, you ain't seen it like that before.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
To throw again is Jackson. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Mahomes going to throw. incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Let's go right here. Show what you got. Time. It's one play at a time, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do your thing. It's a big one now. It's a big one. Don't wait on nobody else to make it. You ain't get it. Come on, baby. Get it. Let's go now. Let's go. Who gets this thing, baby?
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Diggs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
And Jackson going to run again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Jackson on first down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was beautiful. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Get his 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
I'd use one right
here. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Jackson. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got
30 ticks to go in the football game. Six yards left on second down. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From the 6. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Kamara. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. They got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? And it's a fumble. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
This is the calm before the storm.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. This taken in at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want the left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Ingram. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give to Kamara running right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend. And touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Jackson now down around his goal line. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Nifty move. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They shakes him off. Forced out to his left. On the check down, he finds Kamara. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 35 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Jackson on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Again, that's Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Step up. Get a little aggressive, baby. Let's go.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They start the second half with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Kamara up the middle, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Flush to his right. He finds Bateman over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Hill to return it. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a pass, and Henry's hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Kamara gets it again on second down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. This taken in at the goal line. And now here come the Ravens. They begin with Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Maybe the best outcome possible, an incomplete pass, because they had that wide receiver screen sniffed out very, very well. No chance of really getting that one completed, didn't you think?
Yeah, but he's still a little frustrated, shaking his head, but I'm with you. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Jackson's throw taken in by Diggs. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are on the board 1st here this afternoon. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Troutman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Jackson. It's complete to Diggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Made a curl.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers to throw once more. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, he's got the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Kamara try the right side. Down to about the 37. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Still 9 remaining on second down. They'll go option to the short side. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
A gain of 12. And a Raven first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Play action. Now Jackson. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 5 now. Jackson going deep for Diggs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a three-score game. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Let's go. What we got to do here. Get him going, baby. I'm back to one, boys. This is the calm before the storm, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Get something together.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own